Thank you very much for the opportunity. And today I'll be talking about TG Metals gold and lithium projects that we have in Western Australia. So our primary project is the Van Newton Gold Project, but we also have the Lake Johnson Lithium Project. They're very close to each other in Western Australia, in the southwest region of Western Australia. So we're quite close to the Esperance port, as well as we're surrounded by operating gold mines and gold processing plants, and also lithium mining and processing plants as well. So the Van Newton project has a history of mining on it, and we aim to recommence mining as soon as we can. We also have an advanced lithium project over at Lake Johnson as well, our Burmeister lithium deposit and our Jägermeister prospect. And we have great opportunity for resource growth at the Van Newton Gold Project. We've just released our updated resource as well, which now has 270,000 ounces in it. And our Burmeister lithium deposit is drill ready for its first resource as well. On the exploration upside things, we have over 7 kilometres of strike length at Van Newton to explore, and also we have a Gold City as our satellite project there as well on the gold side, and at Jägermeister is also an expansion project at the Lake Johnson for lithium as well. We have access to power, water and sealed roads for both of our projects. And just on the corporate structure of TG Metals, so quite tightly held since our listing in 2022. We still have a market cap just above 16 million, and we have enough money on hand to be able to progress our projects. On the Van Newton Gold Project, and just zooming in on there, there's a Forrestania greenstone belt, which has a long history of mining, significant gold endowment there. The Marvel Lock mine has been operational for decades continuously, and still is operation today. There's been historic production at Van Newton, 2 shallow open pits, both mined in the early and late 1990s. Our resource that stands at the moment, a new resource, 270,000 ounces. It's still open along strike and down dip. We've still got, as I mentioned before, 7 kilometres of strike to explore there, and we aim to be expanding that resource with further drilling. Situated within 100 kilometres of us are operating plants and sealed roads to those processing plants. Quite a low risk recommencement of mining, so on granted mining leases, and we also have stockpiles which are available for immediate processing, which we already have small mining proposals granted in place. It's moving on to onto the resource itself. So it's only mostly been drilled to 148 metres depth. We've expanded that now to around 200 metres in the southern end, but it's still fairly shallow in the northern end of the deposit around the Demon Pit area. We have some great hits as well, 10 metres at 4.98, 15 at 4.06, and those high-grade drilling intercepts are also in the right along the whole length of the ore body at the moment. Currently stretches at 2.5 kilometres long, but there's plenty of scope to increase that both north and south. We're still defining the strike extensions and the depth extensions to this deposit, and it's been based on now the resource on a $6,000 per ounce pit shell, which takes in virtually all of the drilling that we've done so far. As I mentioned, of the expanded strike upside there, we managed to get some new targets there just recently in the last 12 months, based on an extensive soil sampling survey that was conducted, and we've got all those extra targets there to be drilled. There's some historic RAB drilling there, which does have some hits, which is very encouraging for further RC drilling to be followed up on those. And we've done first drilling 550 metres south of the existing resource, where we got 3 metres at 3.46 and 11 metres at 1.19. Also very encouraging for further expansion of the resource to the south. It's turning out to be a large, strong gold system here at Van Uden, along the Van Uden Shear. It's very well defined. The ore body also, it behaves itself. We believe that we can expand on the resource just with a bit more drilling. So on the resource expansion to the north and south, as I said before, it's very shallow drilled in the Demon Pit area to the north there. A lot of potential there for down dip extensions. In the southern area, where a lot of the thick high grade intercepts have been, also down dip extensions as well, but also some up dip as well, which hasn't been previously drilled. And that also is likely to extend further south, as I said before, at least to the 550 metres where we've drilled, but potentially further than that too, to probably to the limits of the mining leases to the south. We're doing our first metallurgical test work for Van Uden to enhance our pathways to production. So not only are we looking for doing some toll milling or ore purchase agreements with nearby mills, we're also looking to do some on-site processing as well. The laterite resource is potentially the best suited for this type of on-site heap leaching, and we've got column leach test work underway for that at the moment. We're releasing results for that very shortly. It's looking very encouraging. We've got over 1 million tonnes of laterite resource to play with there, we've managed to get a lower cut-off grade there of 0.1 grams per tonne, which means we can take in almost the whole of the laterite resource into a processing scenario on site. It's a low-cost model, low capex and low operating as well. The laterite, being piezolytic, is the right mineralisation type too, so great percolation characteristics and potential recovery characteristics as well. And then, as I mentioned before, there's the toll treatment operations for the remainder of the resource as well, the oxide transition and fresh material. So hopefully we'll have two sources of revenue coming in from the project as we go forward. Just looking at the extension potential around. So Gold City Prospect is an exciting project to the south of us, 20 kilometres south of Van Uden. It's only been lightly drilled in the past, but there's been some great hits there. Very shallow, all hits less than 20 metres depth, 14 metres at 2.26, 25 metres at 1.09. Very shallow, but quite thick intercepts as well. So we need to do some more RC drilling in there as well to see what kind of resource potential that Gold City holds, but it's shaping up to be a nice satellite deposit for us going into our production profile going forward. Just zooming in further on the Gold City prospect. So this is an update of where we're at with Gold City, with what's been drilled and what hasn't been drilled but has been soil sampled. There's a clear northeast anomaly tacked onto where we have drilled already. It's open in all directions as well. So we're looking to expand the footprint of Gold City as soon as we get in there and drill, which will be later on this year. There's multiple lodes there that we've intersected. We've got to do a lot more drilling there so that we can work out the orientations of those before we come up with an initial resource on that. But very encouraging with gold hit in almost all holes that have been drilled there so far. And just onto the Lake Johnson lithium project. So we've got a exploration target there on the Burmeister. That was based on actual drilling. It's not something that's been based on just geophysics or from soil sampling. It's an actual drilling target. We believe we can achieve the upper end of that when we get to the first resource. And it should be fairly wide space drilling to achieve that as well. We got up to 20 metres wide intercepts there at well over 1% lithium, and we're looking forward to getting in there and drilling some more closer space drilling so that we can get our first resource done on there as well. We've done a lot of metallurgical test work on it as well, so proven that we can get an SC6 concentrate, which is crucial for marketing in the industry as we go into move it towards production. So yeah, we're looking forward to progressing the Burmeister deposit in the near future. On the also we have the Jägermeister prospect. We've only put 2 fence lines of drilling in that so far, but also very encouraging results. Very shallow too. Everything has been intercepted there less than 100 metres. It's open as well, up dip and down dip as well. We believe it'll probably be around about the same size as Burmeister, so we're probably looking at adding another 20 million tonnes to the project. It's, as I mentioned, open in all directions at the moment. We've got a lot more drilling to be done there, but the addition of Jägermeister will hopefully have us aiming for a long life open pitable standalone project at the Lake Johnson. So the next steps that we have from here, metallurgical test work on the gold. Those results should be coming out soon, and that will underpin the process design and leading into first feasibility study on the gold. A small mining proposal current for the Van Uden stockpiles. As I said, we can move those off-site as soon as we get a toll milling or purchase agreement. And then progressing Lake Johnson lithium. We're looking at some alternative financing for that, but also contributions from the Van Uden development will also can go into the Lake Johnson lithium as well. For longer term opportunities, long-term ore supply to a regional processing plant for the gold, as well as the lithium, is something we're looking at in detail, and also to establishing our own plants, such as a heap leach plant or co-ownership potential for the lithium as well, and co-ownership of plants. So what's the value proposition for TG Metals? We've got a dual commodity exposure. Gold's hot at the moment, so lithium price is holding up. It's certainly at levels now where previously new deposits were developed, so we've got the right commodities in the right locations. We've got pathways to production that we're defining. There's plenty of resource growth on both of the projects, and just with more drilling required, and we're in the right locations there as well, as I said before, with access to established infrastructure and established plants. Thank you for your attention.